Hello everyone. Hello everyone. That's the mic. Hello everyone. So welcome. Let's see who's on the chat. That's the mic. Hello everyone. Welcome. Let's see who's on the chat. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Let's see who's on the chat. Hello, everyone. All right, I'm expecting a few people today. We'll see when they arrive. Maybe I should have told them to come a half hour early and we'll get started with our drinks and our food. It's always better when there's people to interact with. All right, I'm going to switch back to the... Just sent my phone a security number. I have to switch cameras to get to it. Got somebody joining the live stream. Let's type in this code. Testing, testing. gonna eat a fry while we wait. So we are at Maroon Brew Company, and I'm friends with the interior designers here who built it out, so thought we'd support. All right, we're back. We're listening to this mic. Testing, 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 testing. Or is it this mic over here? Testing, testing. Let's test on this mic. Testing, 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 testing. I don't know that I'm connected on these mics. Nah. Testing, testing. Somebody's here. It says, sounds good. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation. All right. Welcome to the show. We're still learning how to talk to a camera without a human on the other end. And but I've got lots to talk about. Well, we can start talking about this marketing idea I have. What do you think about my new plumb tie? So, if you're unfamiliar with the plumb bob, bricklayers use it. They put a weight on a string and it allows them to have true vertical on their construction. And so that's what the plumb symbol is in plumbtales and plumbnews. So if you see that, you know, I'm a crooked person, but the plumb is always trying to straighten me out. All right, we have Masons. We have two people on. Yet our main character is named Mason. So, but the plumb line does come from Mason. So there's a connection between Plumbtales, which is the marketing experiment, and Pray for Mason. Didn't think about that before. I didn't write the script, and my producing partner came up with the characters and the synopsis and the plot ideas, and he hired a writer. So he's the one who came up with the character names, and Mason is our bully with a heart of gold. So he's trying to redeem himself. He's felt that inner conviction about the way he's treated our hero Lucas, and he wants to remedy that. He's got a plan. I won't give it away, of course, but his plan is to try to make amends and rebuild that relationship. And unfortunately, in our movie, they get into an argument and they don't handle it. Neither of them handle it too well. And Mason finds some drugs in a girl's purse. And he thinks it's cocaine. And it's not cocaine. It's far worse. It's that zombie drug. And it's based on a real life zombie drug that was in the news about 6 or 7 years ago in Florida. You can look it up. It's pretty disturbing. So now we've got our character who was trying to reform his monstrous ways, and now he's turning into an actual monster. And this drug is making him overheat, and his brain is slowly melting down. And Lucas, our hero, is a critical, judgy kind of Christian type, and his friends challenge him on his loving his enemies. As Jesus said, loving your enemies, but how do you love your enemies when he's trying to eat you, for one, and also when your actions are based on fear? So he's challenged, he's convicted, Lucas is, and he sets about to, instead of in self-defense, kill the monster. What if they capture him and help him cool down? Like if it is an overdose on this drug that's making his brain melt, what if they can cool down his body temperature and save his brain from melting? So the second half of the movie becomes this Scooby-Doo challenge of instead of defeating the monster, maybe they can save him. So that's the goal. Let's see, we have some comments in here. Masons do use plums, that's correct. And who else is here? Got a few people. Any other questions? Happy to share a sip with you guys. And an onion ring. We're here at Maroon Brewing Company. I'm going to take it over from Mason, huh? And Maroon Brewing Company in Collierville. I've been here in Memphis for almost 4 years, and I've learned how to pronounce it Collierville. Hello, Cinemagician. We've got a few people in the chat. Does anyone have any questions? Any comments on the plum tie? Ooh, stout is anti-inflammatory. So I am in high need for anti-inflammatory nutrition because of my compressed L3 from doing stunts. So appreciate knowing that. Has anyone seen the teaser for Pray for Mason that we put online? I'm going to look it up for you and post a link. All right, going to videos, scrolling down to, that's the extras. How about I go to this link instead? We're gonna have to get somebody, figure out this technology to get some of you to join me on Zoom or something and put it in the live stream. That'd be great. All right, that's the rough cut. Here we go. I am going to grab the shareable link and post that in the chat for you guys. All right, enjoy that 2-minute teaser for Pray for Mason. We shot a proof of concept, and oh, Johnny fell out of a tree at 12. What does that mean? Cinemagician knows too much. Oh, Cinemagician must be Brandon, who DP'd our short, and he's read the feature. So that's cool. Yeah, we don't want to give away too much, but the script isn't perfect. I've worked on the beginning to make it give it a lot more sense. There's some stuff that showed up in the second half that was too much of a surprise, so now it's in the first few pages, an introduction to some of the plot points. So that's improved. And okay, speaking of inflammation, there's a book I have to recommend for you. Okay, yeah, sure, Johnny. I'd put that in the chat, or DM me privately on the channel. I'm going to put in plumbtales.com. So if you go there, you'll find that there's a few projects up already, not just Pray for Mason. And we're trying to create, it's a marketing experiment to engage audience, create data, and through contests, through poster testing, through maybe design contests or story contests. And as we build engagement, we'll have data to show investors, because that's half the challenge. And as we get further through production, we'll have data to show distributors, so that we have more to negotiate on. Because I've yet to meet an independent filmmaker who's made a profit. They've paid some of their movie back, but the distribution company adds debt. And so how do we, as independent filmmakers, approach investors if we don't have some audience traction and data? So that's the idea behind Plum Tales, if you want to join that. And while you're at it, sign up for the newsletter, plum-news.com. And you'll see that in the show notes already, I believe. Yes, Pray for Mason, plumtales.com. And that'll take you to a link for the newsletter. I'll put that plum-news.com. Sign up. It's a weekly Sunday morning kind of a curation of what's out there, the kind of movies that we're hoping at Plum Tales to generate and make and encourage. But we're starting with what's already existing that matches imperfectly, but we're all imperfect. So we're trying to make genre movies. We're trying to make, family movies are fine, but there's certain kinds of movies that aren't being made and don't have financing and distribution channels. And so, there's a little bit too much faith for Hollywood with their lack of desire for self-censorship, and there's no broadcast standards. And then there's the church model for all audiences, and that doesn't work. And then there's Angel, and they tried to make some edgier content with sketch, but the filmmakers had a trailer and they knew their audience, and Angel Funding didn't know the audience and marketed it to moms of really young kids, because there's young kids in the movie. They thought it was appropriate for young kids, and it's not. It's a great movie, but it's not appropriate for young kids. So they didn't know how to market that, and unfortunately that means they probably won't keep trying. And I've talked to the people at PureFlix, and they don't try to reach young adults. They don't know how, and they're not even trying. So let's make some good movies that older teens, young adults, and people like me want to watch. And I've just discovered YouTube Community and started responding to people's comments on there, so that's fun. Let's pull up the poster here. So, hey, hello, camera 2. I don't know how the mic works, because one of these has the mic and the other doesn't, so comments would be appreciated as we figure this out. I can watch the replay though. So there's the poster. Yep. And this is it's a temporary poster. There's, in the screenplay, there are references to 1960s Warner Brothers and Universal horror movies. So we'll have to get the rights to those. But I would love to find an artist to create a movie reminiscent of the style of 1960s genre movies. So that'd be awesome to have a new poster before this movie comes out. And we'll get you guys to contribute to those ideas. And if someone's out there has a graphic arts degree and loves designing movie posters, let's talk. Oh, very good. Thanks for the feedback there, Cinemagician. And one of the encouraging things about this movie is we found a location that 90% of the movie can be shot in. So that's often a challenge. So hoping that's still on board. The process of making this movie has been probably about 6 or 7 years already, and we shot the proof of concept 2 years ago. So trying to get the band back together, and we need a bigger band to make a feature. So stay tuned. We're gonna have updates weekly at a different place around town, so that people that had to drive too far today could come on a shorter drive next time, and we'll keep moving around the town of Memphis and surrounding areas and creating opportunities for people to come in person and meet me and brainstorm and get involved. And as financing comes in, we'll create those opportunities for paid positions even. But it's an experiment, so all feedback is welcome. And I think since we've been going for 25 minutes here, I think I'm going to wrap it up unless we have some questions. Let me just work on my inflammation here. Gotcha, the book, The Deflame Diet. Deflame Your Diet, Body, and Mind by Dr. Seaman. Great, I'm going to look for that. That is the benefit of interacting live, is everybody gets to learn about inflammation and has a chance now to get that book. Great. My solution so far has been lots of turmeric milk. So turmeric, pepper, and a lipid like olive oil. And that keeps me functioning. So this will be another tool in my kit for keeping my body going for another 30, 40 years, God willing. Cinemagician, what are you laughing at? What happened? One thing I'm figuring out is the delay. So I've got my computer muted, but as I talk to you guys and the chat comes up, I realize that Oh, turmeric. Green tea as well. Very good. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how long the delay is yet, so when I react to you guys in the chat. But here I'm watching myself take a sip, and that felt like 2 minutes ago. So CBD, yep. We talked to somebody about CBD. We've got some at home. More as a topical, like an ointment for, hey, there's somebody. Do you want to be on live, or do you want to know? How are you?
I'll make a lot of noise. Like multiple people.
That's okay. They tell me the mic is picking up good. So.
Oh wow.
Yep, we got a little wireless thing going on here. So.
Is that from here?
Yeah. Go order.
amazing?
You want to eat that one, and I'll eat.
I already had dinner.
Okay, we're gonna wrap up.
Next time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll wrap up here, and I appreciate everyone for joining us, and I love the little bit of chaos of speaking live. So this is real and raw. Look on the calendar; it's in the show notes for the next time, and the link to the next live stream, and we'll have an update for you. Okay, I'm going to end this. Thank you all for coming.